Well, I'm going to ask, so you want me to do it now or at the end of the video? Okay, something said now. That's what I just heard. So, what have you done for love today? Okay, now I'm sure you all remember, if you watch me anyway, I made this video 2 weeks ago about the Spires on fire, right? Notre Dame and Copenhagen. If I took these and kind of zoomed in on them, you wouldn't be able to tell which one's which. This is from Copenhagen, Denmark. This is from over in Notre Dame. They were exactly 5 years apart to the day for the most part. They were like one day off. This was like on the 15th of April. This was the 16th, whatever. However, who cares? 5 years of the day, right? And it just hit me. It just hit me last night. I'm going to show you how this stuff works through me. And by the way, I wasn't the only person that noticed this. All right, so here's another channel, We Seek, We Find, 2 weeks ago, right? 2 Spires. This was 2 weeks ago. April 16th is when, again, Denmark happened. So I'm playing this game last night because I downloaded games for free whenever they put them out for free. Even if I don't think I'll like them, I'm going to download it because it's free, so who cares? All right, so several weeks ago, I got this game called Slay the Spire. And as you can see, I installed it and got the game on April 7th. And I haven't played it since because still working on another game. So I downloaded it again because they only keep them on for free for so long, so I try to grab them when they have them. Downloaded it, forgot all about it, finished that game I was previously working on a few days ago, and I started playing this Slay the Spire. And so I'm playing it last night, and all of a sudden, it dawns on me. It's like, ha! That's hilarious. Because, 9 days later, that's exactly what happened, is a Spire was slayed. And this shit happens to me all the time. One of my all-time favorites was no shit, and I made videos about this. I've talked about it. See, that's the thing, is I know all the answers I need. They're all around me. I just don't know which pieces are part of the puzzle. And I've made videos on this. I'll do it again. This is one of the greatest ever, all around, because I'm going to go further about it, because I don't think I ever have. December 31st, 2020. Not 2019. December 31st, 2020, New Year's Eve, 6 days before January 6th. I'm downstairs watching Mars Attacks on VHS. Don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a silly alien invasion movie by Tim Burton. I love it. Anywho, haven't seen that movie in years. There's a scene in that movie, again, alien invasion. Everything goes haywire. There's a scene where the White House is attacked and there's smoke coming from the White House. And then what happens literally 6 days later? Smoke coming from the White House. An attack on the White House. This shit happens to me all the time. And it just dawned on me last night after I'm playing this game for the second time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot. When did I get this game? Because I don't remember when did I get this game. So I track it down. Install date the 7th of April. And then 9 days later, a Spire is slayed. Now anyway, back to the January 6th. This is to just also document how delusional some people are. As anyone knows, I have a TV show called The Lockdown Living Room Comedy Show right there at cheapafvideos.com. And I used to have this comedian on there, and he was a big trumper. Okay, huge trumper. He was there on January 6th, and this was one of the funniest things and most eye-opening things that ever happened to me in the process of all this waking up and seeing the delusion everywhere. This guy, hardcore Trumper, right? So he's down there, and so remember, he's on my show, so we're Facebook friends and stuff, and we watch each other on social media. So he's out there on a live, showing himself, shaking hands with these Trump impersonators and blah, blah, blah. So then all of a sudden, all these comments start picking up on his page. And it's like, hey, yo, I see y'all on TV setting fire to the White House. And this dude says, you need to quit watching the news. I'm here. Nothing like that ever happened. And then shortly, about I'd say 3 or 4 hours after that, he changed his story. So the point of all this is you can be under such delusion that right behind your back, it could be going down, and you have no clue. And I wonder what the 3 or 4 hours of him finally admitting what was going on took. If it was just him like, well, I don't think I can bullshit my way out of this because it's plastered on every mainstream media page and there's literally a siege taking place. Pretty funny stuff. That's why I learned a lot that day. He and I no longer communicate. As a matter of fact, it was shortly after that we didn't speak anymore. And what was even funnier than that is that when he found out we're doing big things like this big eclipse party and these other things and these big events, guess who comes knocking back on the door? I ain't talked to that guy in 3 years, and I'd say 3 or 4 weeks before the big eclipse event that we had out at the drive-in, he comes knocking on the door being like, hey man, how you doing? Love to hear from you. Uh-huh. Real funny stuff. You, buddy, and a lot of the others missed the train. Sorry, not sorry.